During the 1930s, the land speed record was extraordinarily important. It was a matter of projecting national prestige on a world stage. Both Auto Union and Mercedes-Benz were state-backed. They built cars which demonstrated German technology, German metallurgy, German advances in science, and also, very crucially, the capabilities of the German technician and the bravery of the German racing driver. In Great Britain, men like Malcolm Campbell and George Easton, between them in the late 1930s, they managed to ratchet the figure up and up and up.
Captain George Easton comes out on the famous Utah Salt Lake in his car, which some people call Thunderbolt and others Speed of the Wind. Driving continuously for 2,000 kilometers, Easton sets up a new world record for the distance at an average speed of over 163 miles an hour.
What happened with the T80 is that it was conceived really by a German driver rather than by a German engineer. And that German driver was Hans Stuck, who had been driving for the Auto Union team, the deadly rival of Mercedes-Benz. He went to Porsche, asked him if he would be interested in designing him a land speed record car to project German prestige globally, and Porsche was fascinated. Auto Union had no interest in building such a car, but Mercedes-Benz did. And that's how the T80 started. Porsche's design was a concept for a single engine car. A number of successful land speed record cars at that time had had not one engine but two in order to produce the horsepower that was necessary to punch them through the air at approaching 300 miles an hour. Porsche's concept was to use a Mercedes-Benz aero engine called the DB603, and that power unit gave 2,800 to 3,000 horsepower, which was exactly what they wanted. But where on earth do you run that sort of speed? Now, what the Brits were doing was running in America on Bonneville salt flats. Hitler personally decided that it would be very advantageous if a German was going to take the land speed record in a German car, it should be run on German roads. And what could be better for that than the brand new, his new Autobahn system? So a 10-kilometre, 6-mile stretch was specially developed. They called it the record strecker. It was hugely wide, dead straight, dead flat. They got the thing finished in 1939. They craned the DB603 engine into it, supercharged, 3,000 horsepower, thank you very much. But they never lit the blue touch paper.
On September 1st, 1939, the weather perfect for mechanized warfare, Hitler unleashed his blitzkrieg.
It was intended to run it early in September 1939, but on the 1st of September, Hitler's forces invaded Poland. On the 3rd of September, Britain and France declared war on Germany, and other matters took precedence. It was found post-war, and the Allies and the Allied intelligence people knew nothing of it. They suddenly came across this fantastic sort of alien machine with this incredible body. big space in the back where there should have been this huge 44-litre engine, but that had been long since removed. And so the car survived the war, engineless, but it's been preserved since. The bodywork is on the wall of the Daimler-Benz Museum in Stuttgart, and the chassis, the transmission and so on, has been sitting in storage for years. And then in 2018, Mercedes-Benz actually brought the rolling chassis to the Festival of Speed, and people were just staggered to see it.